世界营销论坛联合创始人，也是我们科特勒咨询集团东盟合伙人，科特勒经典书籍《营销革命》的合著者 Mr. Hermawan Kartajaya 陈就学先生。来，大家掌声欢迎陈就学先生的精彩分享。Let's give it up for Mr. Hermawan.
So, good morning. My name is Hermawan Kartajaya. Basically, I'm a 7th generation Chinese in Indonesia. My Chinese name is Chen Qiuxie, but I cannot write, I cannot read, I cannot say anything in Chinese. I'm the real Indonesian. I think Iwan is in my company, also 3rd generation, I think. But I look more Chinese than him. Okay, so I put the title ASEAN for Tech Business because Tiger, my friend, told me that this is the conference here, offline or online in China, that Singapore is the hub of ASEAN. This is the right place to do it, especially for scientists. If you are a scientist in China, you want to compete with US to do something that is better than from Western AI, you better come to Singapore because Singapore has talent and you can work together. Yesterday I was here and I saw so many Singaporean professors who can collaborate with you. But remember, Indonesia is the biggest market in ASEAN. If you want to target ASEAN, ASEAN is 10 countries, the headquarters is in Jakarta. The headquarters like UN headquarters is in New York, ASEAN headquarters in Jakarta, and ASEAN has 600 something million population, and Indonesia itself is 270 million population. And GDP per capita is only 4,500, but times 270 million becoming the biggest ASEAN economy. And the only ASEAN country in G20 is only Indonesia. Indonesia, China, Korea, India, and 5, I think, India, Japan. 5 Asian countries in G20. Okay, so next. This is all my book with Professor Philip Kotler. You know, Professor Philip Kotler is the father of modern marketing, 92 years old, still very healthy. And I started to work with him 1998 when I was meeting him in Moscow. And 2 years for the first book. In the year of 2000, I published Repositioning Asia. You are so young. Most of you are so young to experience the Asian crisis at that time. You experienced the Asian crisis, No? 1998. I was born in 1947. So 1998 is the worst year for Asia. But China actually at that time is still not so advanced now, not now. And Japan is the leader of Asian countries at that time. And in the book, I already predicted that the world will be changing after Asian crisis. And I put China above Japan. And now it is correct. And at the time, Professor Philip Kotler asked me, hey, Hermawan, I put my name here. Do you think you will be correct? Yes, I'm Asian. I have a feeling that China, Korea, and India will be up, not only Japan. And now it is a fact. So this is all the book with him. And as the guru, as the father of modern marketing, everybody want to write with him. Everybody want to work with him, bringing their own thinking. This is my own thinking I'm bringing to him, and then we co-author together. But we are responsible for the content. We are responsible for the example, and Professor Philip Kotler is very good. Until 92 years old, he still make correction in every word. And Iwan is good. He graduated from Kellogg School of Management, Northwestern University, also the real student of Philip Kotler. He helped me in marketing 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. And finally 5.0 is becoming the best business book in US in 2021. And November, I think, November, Marketing 6.0 will be out. Yeah, so with him. But I have another team with Dr. Jackie Musri, and Hui Ten Wan is the professor of NTU, my good friend, and he helped me a lot also with the book of entrepreneur marketing. So it is a different book. It is not a marketing book actually, but I starting a business book. That marketing is only the top line, but without top line, you will not have a business. No bottom line without top line, right? So top line, middle line, and bottom line. So I started with entrepreneur marketing, and the entrepreneur marketing 2 now is being written. Philip Kotler Hermawan and Jackie Musri. You see, the second team of mine in Jakarta is Dr. Jackie Musri. And we will go into the third series in 2026. And we dream to have New Balance scorecard. New Balance scorecard, because I was thinking that Balance scorecard now is too outdated. 1998, Professor Philip Kotler asked me, what is your opinion about Balance scorecard, Hermawan? 1998. And then I told him that Balance scorecard was started in 1992, now 1998. If you trust me, Professor Kotler, one day I will come to you again with the New Balance scorecard. Now with all AI and everything, I think this is time to launch a New Balance scorecard from Asia. Yeah, we always learn marketing from the West, but Professor Philip Kotler is too democratic. He is a Democrat by political party bias in the US. He is not Republican, so he is more globalized. He is more universal. So he welcome all the idea from all over the world. And you know, from the second book, you will see all example will be from Asia, inspiration from Asia. So I'm the founder of Asia Marketing Federation, so I will lead Asian thinking to go to the world. Yeah, for sure, under his name also. Philip Kotler is the boss of Chohu. Yeah, next. And this is my company, the pioneer of marketing consulting in Indonesia. And Iwan is responsible for very important division, Marketis, media. Now media is very important. And we have Marketplace Institute under Dr. Jackie Musri, and we have consulting and research. 300 people working for me, not only in Jakarta, but Jakarta, Bandung, Semarang, Solo, Jogja, and Surabaya, and one representative also in Bali and the other 3 countries, 3 cities. You know, Indonesia is big. And we have representative in KL, in Bangkok, and in Vietnam. Next. I started with the why. I always use why, what, how. Why? Now start. Why? ASEAN is very important for China tech. You see, this is my SWOOS model. So this is COVID. People rely on government, and government policy is different, right? Government policy in China, close the border and then just open 1 year. Indonesia is half-half, and Singapore, I think, is half-half, and US is so free. So government decide in 2020 because everybody is confused. And 2021, 2022 is transformative, pandemic and endemic. Now we are 2023. You see, US and China now, what we call clash of titan. This is not only clash of the 2 countries, I think clash of the 2 cultures. 2 of the 2 cultures. We have to westernize, I think. We have to balance ourselves with West and China, I think. This is very important. If we don't have a balance, so we will think that everything good must be from the West. Yes, in the previous time, everything good must be from the West because we have Great Wall and everything. China used to hide anywhere in the world, but now China is come out, especially with President Xi Jinping. Now This is China. So what? So China and US. So I predicting Clash of Titan will end in 2025. So 3 years. This is prediction. Yeah? My book is not about textbook. Textbook is a proof. You need proof. Now, but thread book is a prediction. Prediction, vision and instinct. My instinct is 3 years, Clash of Titan. And the last 5 years before 2030, everybody will go to SDG. Everybody will go to SDG. Whether you are the West or you are China, you must go to the West in the last 5 years. And I just heard that in China, there is a advanced technology about sustainability, right? So used to be the dirtiest country in the world. The West said that, but now the most advanced technology in sustainability is coming from China. So, so the last 5 years before 2030, the top of SDG will be in 2030, and Gen Z will be very, very active at that time. And I don't know about metaverse. Now AI. But I think in 2030, AI will be competing each other between one AI and another AI. This is colossal AI and then federated AI, and all AI will competing, and they need something new to be the context. And I guess the context will be immersion, like what Iwan explained about you, how AI is the content, but the context will be AR and VR, and metaverse is AI plus AR and VR. I guess, yeah. My prediction could be wrong, but 2030 will be very important, because if you don't follow the shoes, the Nike shoes, you will see the red line, and I think nobody want to take the red line. Everybody want to follow the shoes. So go to the top again with the different things, right? Entrepreneurial marketing, that is what we call entrepreneurial marketing, not professional marketing anymore. In the normal time, we do professional marketing. But in the abnormal time, when the world is new, and now the world is becoming newer and very fast, I think we need to combine marketing, professional marketing, and entrepreneurship, like what Professor Philip Kotler told us. Okay, next. It does not work. This is, and SDG is about 5P, people, planet, environment, planet, and prosperity, profit for all, and peace and partnership. This is planet, and 5P. So everybody must go to that direction. If we are not preparing to go to that direction, I think we will lose customer anyway. So whatever your differentiation is, you must go to that direction. 5P, people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. Next. And you still remember this? I'm 76 years old, but I see Barbie and I saw also Oppenheimer. And both movies were launched on the same date in US, 19th of July. Means that is the symbol of woman, right? Woman always imagine, want to be everything. Woman want to be chef, woman want to be pilot, woman want to be soldiers, woman want to be whatever, like Barbie, collection of Barbie. That is woman. Woman is not, sometimes, not so real. Imagine. But woman has a heart. You know Oppenheimer? A man. They don't care. A man does not care about the heart. They use the mind. So that's why from yesterday I saw the speaker here in AI, always men. No woman, always men. Because man is very good in AI. Very good in AI. AI has sense of achievement, like Oppenheimer. I want to achieve something. I don't care about the result. And when you saw the Oppenheimer movie, he was very sad when he was successful with the trial, with the atomic bomb trial, and the Ministry of Defense of US brought the atomic bomb go to the office, and then he cannot control anymore, right? Actually, you can use the atomic energy for good, not for killing people. Actually, in the movie, you can see that Japan was already very weak at that time, Actually, you don't need to bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and you will win anyway. But Truman at that time, the President of the United States, think that we have to ask the American to go back as soon as possible. And they bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and 220,000 people died. And then he was very sad. I like the skin when he was invited by President Truman. And then President Truman told him, Oppenheimer, you will be very famous after this. Because in the Time cover, his picture was covered in the cover, and then the father of atomic bomb, not the father of marketing, but the father of atomic bomb. No, he was very sad at the time. But people always regret later, yeah. And woman is better. So usually, Tiger, think about AI conference with woman speaker. So when the world is dominated by the man, it's dangerous with the technology. Yeah, I'm not talking about the technology. I'm talking about the humanity now. Yeah, Iwan talking about marketing 5.0 technology for humanity, right? Our book, all of our book for good marketing, not bad marketing, because we thought technology marketing is already used for bad. Over-promise, under-deliver. So many advertising, over-promise, under-deliver. They promise something, but they deliver another thing. With technology, it's easier to over-promise, under-deliver, and give wrong impression about the brand and everything. So I will not talk about technology. I don't understand about technology. But from the humanity side, technology must be controlled by human. And in 2045, I heard that singularity will work. Singularity means that you cannot control technology anymore, right? Like Mission Impossible, you saw it? Mission Impossible. So the missile will kill you back, kill you the submarine, right? So that is if we cannot control the technology anymore. 2045, their prediction. Next. And this is very dangerous. This is a machine actually. This is machine, all machine. Very beautiful, very sexy, very handsome. And these influencers are not actually, they are virtual created by AI. Very, 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 very difficult because very dangerous because machine does not have emotion, but they can create emotion to the human. We are human, and we see this picture. We see this one. Wow, we will fall in love with the girl. We will be touched by the girl, and this is very, very sad. Actually, the machine has no heart. We have a heart, but they can touch our heart, and we cannot touch their heart because they don't have heart. They only have mind. Yeah. So next. And this is my model. So technology is there. You see, Professor Philip Kotler talking about value. This is the vertical thing. When you have the AI, the business will be competing, like Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates in the early days already talking about linguistic. And yesterday I was here with him, and then saying, intelligence is language plus tool. Means what? Means that even Bill Gates already know that language is very important, right? Language is very important. If you master the language, you will have the AI. So very, very, very dangerous actually. So technology and businessmen and businesswomen will compete each other to take the latest technology to dominate the market, creating AI industry. And this value, this is values, these values. This is the power, and this is the informal leader. Always late, always late. Power and people, machine and human. Actually, the customer is still human. But the businessmen, they don't care. They don't care. As long as they get value and they get money and they retire earlier, they don't care. Especially many young people. Many Gen Z want to be rich as soon as possible and they retire. You see, in the Silicon Valley, they want to be a unicorn. Yeah, they don't want to be unicorn. And 99% unicorn fail, right? Okay, so this is always late. Power always late, regulation is always late, and informal leader always late. NGO always late to control. Next. And you see, change, if your company is here, you are competing with competitor to give something to customer. And customer is always weak because the data is owned by the company and the competitor. Next. And you see, this is ASEAN. Singapore is in the cluster 1 and Indonesia in the cluster 2. The Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. Yeah? And this is total GDP by PPP, and Indonesia is different because internet penetration is still not so high, but very high in total GDP by PPP. So that's why Indonesia is becoming very important market in ASEAN. Yeah, next. So this is unicorn in ASEAN. You see, Singapore, 15, because they are very smart. Singaporean is very smart, and they go to another country. Unicorn in Indonesia is 8, Thailand is 3, 2, 1, 1. Because the local market of Indonesia is big, 270 million. But Singapore, with only 5 million market, they can have 515 because they go anywhere in ASEAN. Next. And this is another US-China. US-China, you see, hedging to US and China, bandwagoning to China, and bandwagoning to US. And majority of the ASEAN, I think, is balanced between US and China. Yeah. Next. And you see, this UOB business outlook, business sentiment, blah, 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 blah. This is One Belt, One Road in ASEAN is influencing. This is very important figure that you will understand if you want to market to ASEAN. Next. But remember, even in Indonesia, not all Indonesians like Chinese. So this is the latest survey. China's growth has been good for Indonesia. Chinese aim to dominate Asia. Indonesia interest would be harm if. So you must be very careful. If you want to go to the ASEAN, maybe the government balance between the West and China. But the people in ASEAN not always like China, not always welcome China. We like Japan, to be honest, because Japanese colonized ASEAN, but Japanese know how to touch the heart of ASEAN. Yeah? So now China is coming, Korea is coming, Taiwan is coming. Now it's the homework for Chinese market. Even you are very good in technology to understand ASEAN human. And ASEAN human is religious. If you go to ASEAN, you go to Singapore, many people go to church, many people go to mosque, many people go to temple. That is very different from China. Majority of China, they are very intellectual. They are religious, but they don't go. They are not so obedient like in ASEAN. In ASEAN, be careful. Humans are still very religious. Next. And I like this one. I don't believe on Fukuyama because Fukuyama, after Berlin Wall, he argued that now the end of the world, only West will win. But here, Huntington, there are three civilizations: West, Islam, and China. I think Yin Yang is China, and now Islam is quiet with Qatar World Cup, with Saudi Arabia. Now even Ronaldo is playing in China, in Saudi Arabia, the Islam is quiet, but now China and US, China and US now is the two main civilization for the next future. And the prediction 3, most important is Islam, West and China. But now the two are clashing, and Islam is sometimes to be the peacemaker. Next, very interesting to see. And what are you going to do in ASEAN? Next. This is my book, Entrepreneur Marketing, CL, Creativity, Innovation, Entrepreneurship, Leadership. So this is what we call entrepreneurial cluster that cannot be replaced easily by machine. Productivity improvement, professional management is very easily replaced by technology, by machine, by AI. But if AI takes over your job, you must be more creative. You must be more innovative. You must be more entrepreneur. You must be more leader. So we need each other. And operation is in the middle. This is what I call top line marketing. This is bottom line. PIPM. You need PIPM. And CL in French is sky. If you want to reach the sky, you must becoming creative, not only productive. You must be innovative, not only improving. You must be entrepreneur, not only professional. You must be leader, not only manager. And CI in our second book will be Korea, the example. PI is Japan. Japan is very good in Kaizen, productivity improvement. But Korea is fast, pali. And Indian is entrepreneurial leader. Indian guy go to Silicon Valley to be an entrepreneur. Silicon Valley, rich or poor, it's okay. And 22 big companies in the world, the CEO is Indian, and Singapore is good professional management. The founder of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, already set up. We are small. We have to be professional. We have to be good in creating the system. But operational excellence is China. That's why China becoming factory of the world. So in the second book, we use 1 Korea, 2 Japan, 3 India, 4 Singapore, and more example from China. This is the 5 countries in Asia will be the inspiration of Asia. And what is the content, what is the essence of the entrepreneurial marketing? Actually, the balance, like yin yang. You must balance between entrepreneurship and professionalism. If you are too entrepreneurial, you don't have enough professional, you will die also. Like so many startups, too creative, too innovative, too entrepreneurial, no productivity, no improvement, no whatsoever, no bottom line, no balance sheet, no good income statement, no good cash flow, no good market value. You die. So that's why we have to balance between marketing and finance and technology and humanity. We have to balance everything. That is yin yang. So this is entrepreneurial marketing, converging the two dichotomies. No, next. And this is the last part of my slide. How? Next. This is my simple definition about branding. You see, the illustration was used by Professor Philip Kotler in this slide. PDB, branding is still very, very important. Even in the online world, branding is much more difficult because millions are branding initiative, right? So the most important thing, I guess, is differentiation. You don't need to be better, you don't need to be best, you just need to be different. Now, colossal AI, federated AI, ChatGPT, whatever, until you have 1,000 AI, what is your differentiation? Finally, what is your differentiation? And entrepreneurship still in the center, because entrepreneurship talking about values, not only value. If you are talking only about value, finally customer will find out and they will not buy you. So value without values is nothing. So there must be balance between value, how to create value, and Philip Kotler talking about marketing is creating value, but I think now in the future, value with values. If you create value and then you destroy the planet, you destroy the people, you destroy peace, you are nothing. 5P, people, planet, prosperity, profit for everything, and then peace and partnership. Please create value with values. So please be good entrepreneur, not bad entrepreneur like mafia. Mafia is entrepreneur also, but bad entrepreneur, right? So we must balance everything. And last slide. You want to be a unicorn or zebra? Unicorn, you want to be rich as soon as possible. But only 1%, I think. Only 0.1%. But zebra is the real thing. So if you bring your AI to ASEAN, don't dream to be a unicorn very fast. TikTok is only one. But how many fails? I think thousands of them are failed. But TikTok is successful. So please be realistic, creating value and values, and don't dream only to be a unicorn, but dream to be a zebra, the real thing. Thank you so much, and come to ASEAN.
好，再次感谢陈就学先生的精彩分享，为我们带来了创业式营销、技术商业的前置条件的一个最新的分享。那么同时，赫梅尔先生也提到，在东盟其实是我们中国企业出海发展的绝佳之地，一定要把握这个机会。我们要占领一个很重要的一个战略发展的一个角色，同时也对整个东盟的发展进行全景的一个介绍和认知。好，那我们